Okay, as promised, a little introduction and then just a recap over what the requirements are for assessment number 1 in hospitality operations. Now, if you download the assignment brief from the Moodle site, which is just here under unit assessment, where my mouse is hovering now, download that. That gives you a complete description of what the assignment is, and that is this document here. Now, I'm not going to go through what the learning objectives are because I've already done that in class, but what I do want to do is go over the requirements so that you've got the absolute detail. I'm getting some questions that I know we've already covered, but it might well have been that you were unable to attend that lecture or you've missed your notes or whatever, so we're going to deal with that now. Okay, so my mouse is hovering here over the assessment task. This tells you exactly what you want to do. There's a brief introduction about why we use legislative and operational controls, and then the second paragraph starts by telling you exactly what you need to do. First thing you need to do is produce a portfolio of 2 specific control documents. Now, these are the documents that we've already discussed and spent some time on in class. Number 1 is a dynamic spreadsheet that can be used to analyse food stock take data. I know that pretty much all of you will already have that because we completed that in class. We had nearly 12 hours of instruction for that on the mechanics of a Excel spreadsheet and the reasons behind it and why we used it for a food stock take. The second one is a job description for the position of receptionist. Now, I also know that you've got that information and you've got a pro forma for a job description because that's what you went through with Martin Hilton. I'll just write where those are. This section here, 13th to the 19th of November, you've got a job description template, and those are the lecture notes that Martin delivered to you. The PDF that I'm highlighting now, my mouse. So, once you've got those 2 documents, you need to deliver some academic writing to me on how those controls relate to the following, and that's these areas here. Now, as I've already discussed, the word count of the whole assignment is 2,500 words. For your 2 control documents, there's 1,500 words, so you've only got 1,000 words to write. So that's approximately 300 words per area on business profitability, customer service and areas of good practice, with 50 words for your introduction and 50 words for your summary. Now, it says here that your work needs to be fully Harvard referenced, in the MMU style. Now, I'm not expecting bundles of references, but I do want at least 2 or 3. I've given you some indications of where you might find those, but again, I'll show you the ones that I've put onto Moodle. If you look at week commencing 13th to the 19th of November, there are 3 references there that look at customer service, job description, and then if you look in week 1, which was week 2, introduction to hospitality controls, you've got your reading there, Jones, Lockwood and Moggendorf and Wood 2015. They will give you some decent insight into the things you need to be talking about and some valid references for it. But just to give you an indication, in terms of business profitability, which I'm highlighting now, your dynamic stock control sheet, that's what helps you with your profitability because it allows you to monitor incoming stock, outgoing stock, to decide whether there's stock missing. Then you can go and investigate whether that's through theft, through wastage, through poor portion control, and then you can aim to rectify those. In terms of your job description, that's what dictates levels of customer service. You can state on your job description sort of levels and experience required for professionalism, interpersonal skills through someone's experience. And then the third section is you need to look at some of the areas that you've talked through on your visits. Now these can be visits to some of the hotels that you've been to, or it could be the visit down to the Trafford College where we did the logistics and breakfast call order session. So that was really important in terms of stock control, in terms of job descriptions, because we talked about people's level of skill and experience in producing that, and the paperwork required, and how all the logistics of it was controlled. So hopefully there's enough in there for you to be able to get on with your assessment, but obviously I'll communicate via email sometimes when I'm available for you to either come and see me, or you can email me any questions that you might have. Thank you.